What is up, guys? My name is Nick and welcome back to another Black Ops 6 video. Now today we're going to be talking about 10 tips to help you guys win more gunfights, stay alive a lot longer, and just win more games in general. You want to be a better player? Well, you've come to the right video because I'm going to show you how to do that. Now before we get into this, I want to quickly say that these 10 tips, you guys might have seen some, you guys might not have seen some, but if you use them all together and you actually focus on getting better, you will notice a day after day you're getting better and better and better. And I also got a bonus tip in here, and number 10 I really want to talk about, but I'm going to save it for last because it's my favorite one. But let's go to number 1, and that is map control. You gotta have map control, and you gotta know where the enemies are coming from at all times. How do you get map control? Especially if you're playing solo, it's not that easy, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. But what you could do is you could just hold on one side of the map, stay on the left side of the map, try to control that area for a little bit, look at the mini map, have map awareness, know where people are coming from, listen for footsteps. All that kind of stuff is going to help you get some sort of control. And if you're playing a game mode like domination, you want to make sure that at all times you guys have at least 2 of the flags, whether it's A and B or C and B. You want to make sure that you guys have 2 of those at all times, because the enemies will not be spawning behind you, they'll be spawning somewhere ahead, and we'll get more into that a little bit after. But number 2 is knowing when to rotate, guys. Okay, so this one, it's not really like rotating flags, like you capture A, the enemies capture B, and then you go for A. No, that's not what I mean by rotating. What I mean by rotating is you got to know when to leave a certain area of the map. If you kill a few people in one area, rotate back towards your spawn and then go to the other side of the map from there, rather than going through the middle of the map, because that's something you definitely don't want to do. You will die. Go back to your spawn. There's gonna be no enemies there, hopefully, if you got some teammates that are not useless, and then go to the other side, get a few kills there, and then rotate after that as well. You keep doing that, stay alive, get more kills, do what you got to do. Number 3 I want to talk about, because this one is something that a lot of people seem to forget a lot of times, and that is to pre-aim and literally peek every single corner. If you're running around a corner, don't just turn that corner like a headless chicken. Look, actually pre-aim jump shots as you're turning around that corner. Make sure that your guns are ready, they're up, it's ready for a gunfight. Have those crosshairs lined up properly. And the crosshairs, it also goes, if there's a window up ahead and you know that's one place that's a hot spot for enemies, have your crosshairs pointed at that window as you're running in that direction. So if an enemy does pop up in that window, all you got to do is ADS. You don't have to readjust your aim, you don't have to do any of that. You just have to ADS, drop in, and it'll be nice and fast. Going down to number 4, and this one's a good one. This one, like, a lot of people don't realize this, but you got a head glitch, okay? And what I mean by head glitch is just stand behind any object that's going to cover more than half your body. The reason you want to do this is because, and I'm being serious, guys, by default, there is no headshot multiplier in this game. So if you're shooting at someone in the head, you're not going to kill them as fast as if you were shooting them in the chest or something. Or I should say, if you're shooting someone in the chest, you won't kill them as fast as if you're shooting them in the head, because it does the exact same damage. That's why there's attachments in this game that actually give you headshot multiplier and stuff like that. So make sure that you're standing behind an object. If an enemy could only see your forehead and you could see their whole entire body, it's going to be so hard for that enemy to drop you, especially when he's flinching because you're shooting at him like crazy. Your head's not going to do extra damage or anything like that, and it's just going to bother a lot of people, and you could just go off on them like that. Now before we go to number 5, I'm going to ask you guys to drop a like on this video. I don't want to ask it at the beginning because I kind of want to give you guys some sort of reason to like the video. So if you guys are liking these tips so far, make sure to drop a big fat like, sub to the channel. We're on our road to 700k. If you guys could help me hit that, that would be amazing. Let's go on to number 5, and that's to catch the enemies off guard. I want to go back to domination because this is like the perfect game mode to show you guys. I was gonna say to tell you guys, to show you guys kind of what I'm talking about. If you have A and B flag and the enemies have C flag, do not capture C flag, okay? You want to push their spawn, but slightly. And the reason you don't want to go all the way into their spawn is because it's going to automatically flip their spawn. They're going to go all the way to A, even though it's your flag, and they're going to be coming up behind you and dropping you. What you want to do is just kind of go up a little bit to where you don't see them spawning, but you know they're going to come from that direction, and then you could just keep dropping them off there like crazy. Do not capture the enemy's flag in domination. I have so many teammates that always go for the enemy's flag. Don't do it, guys. You're just ruining the spawning. You know that if they keep that flag, they're going to keep spawning there. Why would you want to capture that flag? You're getting double the points anyways because you have A and B already. Let them keep C. It doesn't matter. Moving on to number 6. And this one's kind of like, it's a basic one, but a lot of people seem to forget that you want to focus on attachments that are going to give you ADS and sprint to fire. A lot of people focus on just recoil control, which is nice. You want to get some sort of recoil control on your gun, but you don't want that to just be the main focus of your weapon. You want the recoil control to kind of be like a bonus towards your class setup. If you could ADS and sprint to fire faster than the enemy, because it only takes milliseconds to drop the enemy in this game, by the time your recoil kicks in and it's too hard to control, the enemy's already going to be down. You're already going to have dropped him. So guys, make sure that you're using stuff that gives you ADS and sprint to fire. That's really important. Now, my second favorite tip is right now at number 7. Like I said, number 10 is my favorite, but my second favorite one is number 7, and this is to let the enemies come to you. Guys, Black Ops 6 is fast. People are running everywhere. Everyone's literally a headless chicken. No one knows where they're going. Everyone's just running, trying to get the next kill and stuff. What you want to do is you want to just calm down, take a little breather, and let these guys continue to rush at you. Let them continue to push at you with all they have. And if you're behind a heady, if you're rotating spots over and over again, you could just keep dropping them over and over again, and they're going to be angry. When they get angry, that's what you want, because they're going to come and try to get revenge on you, and they're not going to be thinking straight, and you're going to be in another position, holding a nice little heady, dropping them. Go ahead and do that, guys. You're going to see, you're going to get gameplays where you couldn't imagine you would get in this game. Like, I had a game yesterday I was playing, I was going like 11 and 10, I was rushing everywhere, I was going like, just like a headless chicken, exactly, and then I switched it up, and I'm like, no, you know what, I'm going to camp. Let me camp a little. I did. And I ended up with a 2-point-something KD at the end of the game, like 40-something kills, only like 20 deaths or so. It was worth it, guys. It was really worth it, in my opinion. Going down to number 8, run a UAV. A lot of people don't run UAVs because they think, oh, my teammates are going to have it. I don't really need it. But seriously, guys, this is going to help you a lot. A UAV might seem like a useless kill streak because why? It's helping your teammates. You might not get all the kills and stuff. It's not going to give you free kills. But use a UAV and don't rush like crazy just because you see red dots on the map. When you see the red dots on the map, we're going to go back to tip number 7 and let them come to you. You know exactly where they're coming from. You know exactly what corner to pre-aim. You know exactly what window to look at. Let them come to you. You have those red dots. You have all the info you need to pretty much drop these guys. So go ahead and run UAVs. A lot of people forget that. Moving down to number 9 before we get onto a bonus tip, and then my favorite tip, number 9, is to always make sure you have cover near you. Do not run out in the open. Do not run in the middle of roads. Do not do all that kind of stuff. Make sure that you have something near you at all times, whether it's a car, a wall, a building, literally anything, so that if the enemies do start shooting at you, you could quickly get to safety. Pop a stim shot, which I always recommend. Stim shot's really nice. It's going to help you guys heal a lot faster and get back into the gunfights. The enemies won't expect it. So pop a stimmy, get behind an object, and then pop back out and drop the enemy by surprise. Rather than just not having cover whatsoever, and then you have to get into a gunfight that if you're getting shot at first, you're probably going to die anyways. And this one, yeah, you want to make sure you have cover at all times. Make sure you guys do that. Now, the bonus tip that I want to talk about, and this one's fun because this one does not require gun skill, it does not require awareness, it doesn't require anything except for you to run one field upgrade, and that is a proximity mine. And you don't want to throw this proximity mine in an area where you know for sure you're going to get a kill. Now, that sounds counterproductive, right? This is all about getting kills. You want to raise your KD and stuff. What you want to do is when you're in a certain area and you're holding an area down, you want to put that proximity mine behind you, somewhere you cannot watch, somewhere you don't have eyes. If that proximity mine is behind you and you hear it go off, you know enemies are now starting to come behind you. If that proximity mine is not there and you're getting a bunch of kills in front of you, well, that one dude who flanks you, that one dude who sneaks up behind you, he's going to drop you. But with that proximity mine there, you now have a little extra chance at staying alive longer and getting more kills. So it's kind of worth it. You just got to think, like, you got to think of different ways to use things. You can't just go ahead and just throw it just because you got it. Just make sure you guys are using it right. And at number 10, I love this one, and I've told you guys this one for years, and I'm not going to ever change my thought process on this one, but that is to use your teammates as bait. I don't care if it's your best friend. I don't care if it's a random. I don't care if it's your mom. I don't care who you're playing with. Use them as bait. Their KD is not your KD. Their KD does not matter to you. Who cares what happens to them? And what I mean by this is, I feel like I'm explaining myself a lot, but just in case there's someone who doesn't understand what I mean. If you're in a room, imagine you're in a room, you and another dude. Don't think of it that way. Think of it in Call of Duty. You guys are in a room together, and you know there's an enemy out there, or you think there's an enemy out there. Don't be the first one to go out. Don't do it. Wait for that teammate to lose his patience and let him go. And then once he gets dropped, once he starts getting shot at, now you have some cues. Now you know there's someone there for sure. Maybe you heard where he is. Maybe you saw the red dot on the map, so now you can just jump out there and drop him fast. But make sure you use your teammates as bait. You got to do it. Even if it's your grandma. Actually, if it's your grandma, maybe don't. But You know what? Yeah, do it. Honestly, yeah, do it. Sub to the channel, guys. If you enjoyed this video, if I helped you guys out a lot, I would truly appreciate that. We're on our road to 700K. So if we could hit it, that would be absolutely amazing. Drop a big fat like on this video. It helps these videos get out there. Sometimes the algorithm goes, yo, Nick, and then bam, sucker punches me in the face and it drops me and whatever. But when you guys like it, you guys fight back. So I appreciate that. Let me know your KDs down in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Nick, and I'll catch you guys. I'm a little sick, by the way, in the next one. Peace.